With Warhammer Day having just passed, we got a few exciting announcements regarding upcoming 40k releases. In today's video, we will be covering what I consider to be the most exciting announcement for us 40k fans, and I'll also let you know where you can pick up this stuff for a much better price than if you were to buy direct through GW. Link will be in the description down below. Let's get into it. So the biggest announcement, at least for me, is we are finally getting a new codex for the Adeptus Custodes. This is awesome news as the Custodies are absolutely badass, and I've been looking forward to building an army of them, but without a 9th edition codex, it seemed pointless when they were obviously going to release this sooner or later. But finally, I can convince myself that it's now okay to spend all of my hard-earned cash on these big golden elite warriors. Henry Cavill is definitely going to, and that's good enough for me. So what do we get in this updated codex? Well, quoting the announcement from the Warhammer community site, in addition to revamped stratagems, relics and warlord traits, the codex contains crusade rules for exercising ultimate authority over the Imperium, choosing your own objectives and earning powerful bonuses upon victory. Beware, however, as failure means suffering dishonor, which can call the command of your shield captain into question. The new Codex Adeptus Custodes also combines the talons of the Emperor into one book, adding the psyker-killing power of the Silent Sisters to your shield host. Sounds pretty cool to me. Now, in case you weren't aware and wanted to know a little backstory, the Adeptus Custodes are the elite guard of the Imperial Palace and the physical body of the Emperor, if at this point you can even call it a body. They are genetically engineered transhuman warriors that are even more effective in battle than the Astartes, or Space Marines. They are to the Space Marines as the Emperor is to his Primarchs. And rumour has it that they were each created by the Emperor himself. They have stood guard over the Master of Mankind for over 10,000 years, but since the return of Primarch Robute Gulliman, they have been forced to take a far more active role in galactic affairs. This was done to reassure the Space Marines that the Primaris Marines were in fact the will of the Emperor, and also because the Custodies have had to come to the harsh realization that sometimes the best defense is a strong and aggressive offense, being proactive instead of reactive. Personally, I love this. Having the elite take more of a frontline position is awesome. Anyway, continuing on with the announcement. Alongside this release, we also have a new codex for the Genestealer Cults. The announcement says, "Offer praise to the many-armed Emperor, dear child, for he has a tomb full of new and updated rules for the Genestealer Cults. Infiltrate a planet's key institutions and ready your cult for the Day of Ascension with thematic crusade rules, and ambush your prey with updated units and new abilities. To prosper in the underbellies of the most heavily fortified planets in the galaxy, cults need a few new tricks. Already masters of sneaking into forward positions before a battle, they are now able to leap from hiding and catch their targets in a lethal crossfire, rewarding careful positioning with bonuses to shooting attacks." Now, I'm looking forward to actually getting this book to see how that comes across in the actual game rules. Now, as for a little background on the Genestealer Cults, they are a Xenos worshipping secret society made up of and controlled by Tyranid Genestealers. Secretive, stealthy, and utterly evil, they are the cancers growing unseen in the hidden places of the Imperium. Guided by the cunning will of their war leaders, they strike first at key tactical locations that will put their enemies at a disadvantage from the start. Places like communications outposts, spaceports, and ammunition yards. Stripped of their defenses and ability to call for help, their enemies are left weakened and ready for the taking. Now, while all this sounds great, you're probably going to have to spend an arm and a leg to be able to get enough of these models to put the updated rules into practice, right? Well, no, because lucky for us, this release also comes with a brand new battle box with everything you need to play out this epic new battle. The new box is called Shadow Throne, a bloody war of Talon and Tendril. So the Genestealer Cults have found their way to the heart of the Imperium, and when such a threat to the Emperor rears its head, the elite Adeptus Custodes will stop at nothing to stamp it out. Peerless transhuman warriors contend with a cunning, capable, and prepared enemy in Warhammer 40,000, Shadow Throne. This sounds great, and if I'm being honest, I'm an absolute sucker for these battle boxes. If they contain a faction that you're interested in playing or collecting, such as the Custodies, then they are usually great value for money. especially when you can get them for a great price like you can at Firestorm Games, link in the description. Anyway, we will get to the value of this box in a bit, but while I'm all about picking up this new battle box and the new codex to start building an elite guard of Custodies, the thing that has really won me over is the announcement of the new character for the Custodies, the Blade Champions. Now, we all already know that the Custodies are the best of the best, but these guys are the best of the best of the best. The description from the announcement today says, leading the charge into the cult's lair is Aristothes Carvelan, a blade champion whose prodigious swordsmanship puts even his fellow Custodies to shame. Blade champions are the new type of character for the Adeptus Custodes armies. You can switch between 3 different fighting styles to chop up any opponent, be they a colossal monster, a skilled leader, or a swarm of lesser creatures. It sounds pretty awesome to me, and just look at him, he looks so cool. But of course, to match these powerful new champions, the Genestealer Cults need their own hero. To face such powerful warriors is to court death, and the cult of the Pauper Prince knows that well. They turn to a hero of the Star Children's Revolution, Mercia Thrake, a reductor saboteur who seeds the battle with explosives before the battle is joined. Even the mighty Adeptus Custodes are hard-pressed to survive a mining charge detonating under their feet. Now, the last thing to mention that's of course included in the Shadow Throne box is the 32-page booklet. It contains exciting narrative missions to play out the unthinkable war. The Imperium's response is uncharacteristically swift and coordinated, which says a lot about how dire of a threat these cults pose. I'll be honest with you guys, normally these super generic descriptions don't do anything for me, but for some reason this box actually has me very excited and I cannot wait to get my box ordered from Firestorm. I think it's because this is a battle that's taking place on Terra itself, the heart of the Imperium, with the Emperor genuinely being in danger, and me being such a sucker for the lore, this excites me. So finally, let's talk about the cost and the value for money. So it looks like the box itself contains about 25 miniatures, 1 new character per faction, so 2 new characters total. If you were to buy everything in this box separately, just judging on prices from GW's website, you'd be spending approximately £165 or $220 minimum, purely on the miniatures, not even including a cost for the book. So if we assume this box will have the same RRP as the previous battle box, Hexfire, this means it will RRP at £105 through Games Workshop. And in my opinion, that's fantastic value for money, saving you around £60 or $80-ish. If you then take into account that you're likely going to get this even cheaper from Firestorm, then it's an absolute no-brainer. What do you guys think of this announcement? Do you like these battle boxes, or would you prefer to buy your armies separately? Again, if you guys want to pick up any of this stuff for yourselves, as well as pretty much anything else us nerds enjoy, then hit the link in the description down below to check out Firestorm Games. They're a local company to us, and we have gone to them to purchase pretty much everything we've bought for the channel and for our hobby addiction over the last few years. They're a fantastic company run by fantastic people, and they ship most products worldwide, so give them a go if you're interested in buying anything for yourselves. Thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time on the Tabletop Alliance.